right, so that took us into match 5, which was the first of 2 for that double main event, which don't know why it was in the 5th match, but that's the point. Which saw representing Judgment Day, Damian Priest facing off against musical sensation Bad Bunny in a San Juan Street Fight.
Well, that just sums it all fucking up, doesn't it? The pro wrestler versus the musician, and the musician beats the pro wrestler. That just sums it all fucking up there, doesn't it?
But in fairness, and look, 99.9 times I'm always with you because, but I actually, I don't mind Bad Bunny. The guy can legitimately work.
Oh, he's a good look. He's a great rapper. He's a great guy that comes in and does the odd spot here and there, right? But you have probably, let's say, potentially one of the pillars of your promotion.
Yeah.
Right? And it's a clean fucking pin to a musician.
Well, it is and it isn't. I mean, because you had the whole...
Even the pin wasn't any good. He just lied on top of him like a turtle. Like a turtle.
Do you remember what we said in the last one of these about Logan Paul with his 28 million social media followers?
Yes, and I understand. And when you beat
Bad Bunny, 140 million social media followers.
Yes.
That's all WWE.
And that's good today.
Yeah, I know.
What about your champion tomorrow?
Yeah, but they get 140 million, not a whole 140 will watch them, but you'll get, geez, even if we got 100 million of them watching them.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But what do you do now? You've literally discredited a guy that could be your next world champion.
Well,
to a musician, a rapper, a pretend bad guy.
Yeah, I know.
At least Paul boxes. He's an athlete. He's a boxer.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, we're talking now, walks around with an MS-13 top on because he wants to be a gangster, little fucker. Beating a guy that is 6'7", 260 pounds, looks like $1 million, right? Now, I could have accepted the loss if Sammy Vega and all the old rejects ran in there and all bombarded him with every hit and dropped him on top of him. I could have accepted that. I said, all right, fair enough. I can accept that. Right?
Actually, can I ask?
Clean pin.
Can I ask you, when all that was going on, all the camera and the commentary and everything was on Vega and then the LWO and, Judgment Day had come out and Ray had come out. There was nothing actually happening in the match.
They were having a cup of tea. They were just having a cup of tea.
They were having a spell, weren't they? Because you didn't see the ring. You didn't see them. I mean, I like the fact that they were able to, and I get it, and I would have done the same thing with, bring out Carlito, bring out Ray, bring out Vega, because it's all local hometown. It'd almost be like us doing something here, you bring out Mario and you bring out a few, Ron Miller.
Yeah.
I get all that, and you do it. Absolutely, you do it. Because that's a wee bit of wow and pop factor and all the rest of it. But nothing actually happened in the match while all that was going on.
So those two guys are lying in the match, lying in the ring, right? Having a cup of tea, having a smoke. I don't know what they're doing, right? The fans are watching everybody. These two Muppets from friggin' like Dom and friggin' Finn Balor get their asses kicked by a whole heap of old friggin' pro wrestlers, drag them out the back, right? And then the finish is clean at the end, and they all come in while this guy's lying in the ring and celebrate and stand around while this guy's lying in the ring. A future world champion that lost to a rapper, to a musician, to a skinny little musician.
Yeah, I know. But you imagine if you were, just for a moment, you were running a promotion and you had someone with the following he's got in his hometown and you're on their island.
Give him Ray. Half his size, can pull a match out with him, and if he beats Ray, it looks believable.
Yeah, but I think the fact that Priest and Bunny are childhood friends, and trained them up to the minute.
What's better for business?
No, I know. But what's better for business is someone with 140 million followers seeing.
Give him Ray. Give him Dom.
It's all brand awareness.
Let him beat Dom. Dom's the biggest prick in the world.
Mind you, You know, when you say that, with the heat that Dominic's getting, that actually might not have been such a bad idea.
Anyone other than him, a guy that's a future world champion.
Yeah.
You know, a guy that can talk.
I'll give you that. I'll concede. Because the heat Dominic's been getting lately, like they won't let him talk. They drown him out. He's got so much heat. So brilliant. 11 out of 10 for that. That probably would have made more sense, Anthony.
Yeah, it would have, considering that, if we go back to night after Mania, Dom got into Bunny's face.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
he started all this.
So that would have technically made a bit more sense, yes. But in saying that, they plastered Bad Bunny throughout the entire night.
Yeah.
So he was going over regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why go over on a guy that's give him Finn Balor, which is his same size or smaller. Give him Dom, which is a little prick.
Because Priest probably wanted the match.
Fuck Priest if he wants the match as the booker. As the booker, you're going to say, mate, you're 6'7". You look like $1 million. You've got 10 years career in wrestling, potentially as a heavyweight champion. I'm going to job you out to fucking the Puerto Rican Eminem. Fuck me. It's like I'm living in fucking Looney Tune land. I don't understand.
But and this may surprise you, given, how I think about the business and that. I would agree 100% if the guy was a bit of a gimmicky thing or a Ronda Rousey who couldn't really... But he can actually work.
But not
I know.
Long term, we're talking
I know.
Right? If this guy ever gets the heavyweight champion, this is like David Arquette.
Yeah.
That was shot after. It's like, you've lost to the Puerto Rican version of Eminem. You know? But
bearing in mind, this whole card.
DJ such and such.
Speaking just before, though, this whole card, there's nothing long term in any of their booking.
Yeah, but there's certain guys you need to protect.
Yeah, I know.
You need to protect them, from themselves, obviously, because they're fucking dumbasses, 100%.
I don't disagree with you.
I was so disappointed with that match, how it went down. I watched it and I'm thinking, surely.
I enjoyed it so much.
MC Who that can't win this match, right?
I told you he was going over.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, just on common sense of booking alone, and protecting a named star would be enough to tell you, for the good of the business, do not let DC such and such, right, win this match. The Puerto Rican Eminem, right? And I have nothing against this guy personally, right? I don't dislike Bad Bunny, right? I think he's a good worker, but he's not good enough worker to beat a guy of the caliber of friggin' Damian Priest.
Yeah, but it wasn't a normal match as such. It was a street fight and the King.
But this is bad booking too. Let me start on that shit right now too. Right? Why do you make it a fucking no-key DQ match? If you wanted to put the Puerto Rican Eminem over, you could have put him over in a DQ. He wins by DQ, right? So you don't have a guy that's potentially. As soon as you take the rules away from a match, that takes away options you have to make the finish of that match change. Right?
Bearing in mind, you were saying earlier that Puerto Rican fans like that.
Yes. They
cater to the night.
Yeah, but you're fucking killing one of your potential main stars.
Yep.
That's the
do you
problem.
think it really killed Priest, though?
Yep. Who's going to take him seriously now?
Oh, he just comes out.
He lost to a rapper.
He comes out in his next match. He absolutely wipes the floor with someone. He's back where he was.
No. It'll always be you lost to a rapper, mate. Next thing he's going to lose to a parcel. From a rapper to a parcel, and then to a friggin' paper bag.
I got to tell you, for somebody who's exceptionally old school, I thoroughly enjoyed the match. I gave it a 9. That's how much I enjoyed
0.
it.
I gave it absolute 0.
Actually, Anthony, be the voice of reason. Somewhere between 0 and 9.
I went 6.
What'd you go?
6.
Okay.
Says Marky Mark. Well done, Marky Mark. Right.
I told you he was going over, thank you very much.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter when it's going over and on. Is it right? No. It's not right to
It's
do that to
happened
one of your
now.
potential stars. But this is what I'm saying is,
You can't fix it. It's happened.
I know, and this is the problem now. Because if I ever got wealthy enough to own a big promotion and his name come up, I say, "Well, he lost to a rapper."
Oh, no, you can't. No.
You're
There's
the only
certain
person
limits,
affected
mate, you
by
know?
this.
You can't go to the extreme. Look,
His next match is going to be against Steven Tyler, and you'll lose against Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. I mean, Jesus Christ.
no, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was. I enjoyed it because of the because Buddy legitimately can work. He looked okay.
He's the size of a he's the size of a toadstool.
Yeah, well,
Right.
What's
I mean, I'm pretty sure that if friggin' Damian Priest took his boot off, he could probably live in his boot. The man's that small, right? And
he's bigger than Ray.
yeah, and that's why he could beat Ray. You know, he can beat Dom, but he can't beat Damian Priest.
But the more I think about what you've said, I will give credit where credit's due. Actually, I think a match against Dom would have been better.
Would have been much better. And if you kill Dom, who cares? Dom's a comedy act.
Yeah, but look at the heat he's getting.
Yeah, but he's a comedy act. Doesn't matter if he loses.
Yeah,
He's gonna come back next week and they'll just give him shit because he lost. You know,
well,
to a rapper.
Well, I won't bother going through the 2 pages of notes I wrote then on that match, but I really liked it. I don't know what it was, and it just appealed to me. But anyway,
it was a match that was lazy booking, threw a whole heap of stars in there from yesteryear, Puerto Rican stars, to get the match over. The wrong guy lost, and once again they've promoted a person that's never trained properly in wrestling in his life, never done any of the freaking long road trips, never worked in halls that were only 5 and 10 people in there while you're busting your balls, right? And getting injured for fucking a hot dog, right? And he main event. He doesn't main event, but he wins a main match, a semi-main event, or a second main event on a card in front of friggin' 20,000 people. It is absolutely ridiculous. But that's just my opinion of it all. And who the fuck?
And you're very entitled to your opinion.
Yes. So that was my honest opinion of it.
All right, Anthony, you better save the show.
All right, so move on to the next match.
Yes, please do.